These are exceptionally crumbly ones. Are you hungry, Harvey?
Not really. It feels like I've got a stomach full of cotton balls.
When the big cheese is talking, the crumbs are to remain silent. I could draw my own ticket for you.
What? Forging tickets is an institutional offense.
In that case, I won't add a Snoopy Doodle for you either. The laundry lift must be kept in clean condition at all times. This poster informs readers about the proper use of the laundry lift. It doesn't say anything about its practical use as a means of public transportation, though. Whoops.
Help! Murder!
These regulations don't apply anymore. I don't think these regulations apply anymore. He seems to be a little nervous, doesn't he? In this panel, we see Captain Useless, fighting for house rules and justice.
What's that supposed to be?
My ticket for the laundry lift?
But it's not. Stop! Not so fast, sweetie. I need to see your ticket first.
What do you think of this guy, Harvey?
He seems a little nervous, if you ask me.
What do you think of this guy, Harvey?
A control freak who looks like he can only count to 2. This ought to be fun.
Hi there.
Tickets, please.
Tickets? I don't even see a train.
That's because there is no train.
So what do I need a ticket for? It doesn't make sense.
Hold your horses. The ticket is for the laundry lift system, of course. The laundry lift goes through the whole house. There are stops in the basement, on the 2nd floor, and here, on the 1st floor.
Do you know how I can get out of here?
The exit is situated at the front of the ticket punching area.
No, I mean all the way out.
Yes, I understood that. You use the back door there. The door at the front of the ticket punching area.
But I mean even further out.
When you walk through that door, you're all the way out. Nothing beyond that door belongs to the laundry lift system.
Right, but suppose I want to go even further than that.
Ah, I see. You're talking about the cafeteria, right?
I give up. What's the problem with that nervous guy in the corner over there?
And don't pay attention to him. I've been yelling at him to stop being so nervous all the time. But do you think he'll listen to me?
Maybe the man would be less nervous if you stopped yelling at him.
What? You mean he acts like that because of me? Now that is... Hey, you! You'd better act as if I wasn't here. Otherwise, I'll come over there, and then it's ass-whooping time.
I want to buy a ticket, please.
That's a good one. Tickets are highly sought-after items in this house. There are only a handful available, and you'll be getting one only after hell freezes over.
Who is in possession of a ticket, if you don't mind telling me?
There are lots of tickets in circulation. Mr. Frock has one. He holds a season ticket, and he's our most frequent customer, which means he lives in the laundry lift. Professor Knock has another ticket. He often visits his Peruvian amber mines, meaning the ones found on the ground floor. Aloman has the 3rd ticket. I'm considering withdrawing it. He doesn't use it according to the rules.
Okay. And who else owns a ticket? You said there are many tickets circulating.
Yes, why? Isn't that a lot?
Whose turn is it next?
Number 2 will be next.
And who is number 2?
You better ask them that yourself. I'm not giving any information about passengers.
So how do I get a ticket? This is completely illogical.
The system is airtight. I made it myself, and it's foolproof.
So there simply must be a way to get a ticket.
There is. All contingencies have been accounted for. Everybody gets a ride when it's their turn.
But there isn't even a waiting line.
Wouldn't it make sense to go and look for it then? Instead of standing around here and blocking the line?
Your system is totally illogical.
The system is as airtight as a submarine. It's always the next person in line who's up.
But it's my turn now.
In that case, it should be easy to show me your ticket.
Is there any way that someone besides the 3 people you mentioned can use the laundry lift? I mean, what about, say, ticket number 4?
Don't give me this modern mumbo-jumbo. We used the good old traditional numbers here. 1, 2, and, well, the third one. The one which is neither 1 nor 2.
I've got something for you. This will get you back on your feet in no time.
I doubt that.
Barkeep, 1 drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
A grog, please.
We don't serve that anymore.
What happened?
Funny story. There was this guy who found out the stuff eats through metal. He used it to melt the bars of the railings out front.
Sounds like he was quite the daring adventurer.
Yeah, kind of a nice guy. Of course, he was completely nuts like everybody else in here. Wanted to become a pirate or something. Too bad about him.
Why? Did he escape?
I'm afraid not. Dr. Marcel broke both his shins. Then he locked him up in a cell where he starved miserably.
Oh. A stinky drink, please.
1 stinky drink coming up.
That's cute. With a little umbrella. But what's that funky smell? Did somebody die suddenly? A collective insult to all senses alike. Shame on you.
Why? What did I do?
You started to exist.
Phew. Yes, I am a bit piggy.
I must be crazy.
Are you all right? Edna, say something.
The natives have surrounded the fort, Colonel.
Phew, thank God. Everything back to normal. How was the drink?
So.
Well, at least you finished it.
Yes, I had to destroy it. Something as diabolical as this stinky drink should not roam free in the world. Besides, I didn't finish it completely. I left the fly. I could press the fly into the earwax.
That sounds good to my ears.
So why don't we just do it? It resembles a mosquito that's been enclosed in tree resin. Can I interest you in a glass?
A glass of what?
Well, of me.
That should be off of me.
Strange name, that.
Not for a glass.
Maybe for 2?
All right, it's a deal.
But I've only got 1.
Let's call it off then.
How cute! I'm a real matchmaker, aren't I? How happy they look. I've got a present for you. It is Captain Useless and the Quiche of Death. It's a limited first issue.
Struggle jug.
I see.
Struggle jug.
In that short period of time?
Struggle jug.
Wow. I should have known this wouldn't impress him. There is a certain similarity between him and Captain Useless. There aren't that many superheroes with a pot belly and a mustache. In this panel, we see Captain Useless get totally lost. In the next panel, we see Handy Boy searching the glove compartment for the street map. Captain Useless has the ability to draw mysterious patterns on the edge of a Sudoku booklet. In this panel, we see Captain Useless exercising his right to call his lawyer. In this panel, we see Handy Boy forced to sleep on the sofa again. Captain Useless watches Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Everyone has a right to dream.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless trying to remember the phone number of his carpenter. Do you want to read this comic book?
Captain Useless? Is it by any chance the issue where he fights against Dr. Yo's lactobacillus?
No, it's the quiche of death.
Ah, the quiche of death was a good one, but frozen yogurt is still my favorite.
I've got something for you.
Oh, I can't believe it. Dino DNA embedded in amber, like it should be. This is exactly what I need for my dino breeding program. May I keep it?
What will you give me in return?
Well, the only thing I can give you is my ticket for the laundry lift. After all, I no longer need to travel to my Peruvian amber mines. Do we have a deal?
Done deal. This is supposed to be a ticket? That's just a coat hanger.
Ah, you might as well keep my ticket. I don't need it anymore.
Hold it. Paraornithological branch of the FBI Special Squad. Sergeant Edna.
Struggle jug?
Of course I can show you identification.
Struggle jug.
You bet. Can I have access to the king now?
Struggle jug.
Cool. Thank you.
Well. My scouts reported that you'd be coming. A new power, they said, is on the rise in the eastern realm of the recreation room to overthrow me and my kingdom.
What are you talking about?
So, you managed to overcome my god. Poor, devoted Druggle-Jug. I will avenge him with your blood.
What?
But woe is me. My hand is weak, for the weight of a sword is far too much for me to bear.
Have I been temple morphed into the wrong game?
Before you usurp what my dynasty has achieved through the years, my castle, my throne, and my gold medal from the jigsaw puzzle contest, you will have to defeat me in a mental duel. Are you prepared for the challenge?
A golden medal? Genuine gold?
Of course. And that's not all.
Why? What else?
Well, all right. Just genuine gold. Nothing else. What were you expecting?
A gold... Why? What?
Well, just what?
I am ready.
So be it. Let the joust begin. There's no turning back now. It's all or nothing. Victory or defeat. Glory or shame. Fish or cut bait.
You know how to create suspense.
I will ask you a question, and you shall give me the answer or perish.
All right. Just ask the question.
Well then, the question is heads or tails?
That's all? Heads or tails? That's the duel for the royal throne?
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails. Well, maybe you'll have better luck next time. Have you had enough?
I want to try once more.
So be it. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads. Well, maybe you'll have better luck next time. Have you had enough?
Why must I always lose?
Do not blame yourself. There was a time when I too had to endure the same misfortunes as you. I tell nary a lie. I was a regular misadventurer. But then I went out for a walk one night. On the roof of the tower, there was a thunderstorm brewing. I opened my umbrella as a precaution, and my feet were immersed in buckets of water when I noticed that the TV antenna was crooked. Immediately, I took it upon myself to rectify the problem. What I remember next is seeing a dazzling flash of light. What exactly it was, I cannot fathom. But after that incident, I've never been off the mark again.
Well, I'll be gone then.
Cheerio!
Excuse me, please.
Yes, my child.
Do you really need this coat hanger for your weather experiment? I've got one here that's at least as good.
Aha. And now you'd like to swap.
That would be nifty.
Well, if it makes you happy.
Thank you. You're a real friend. I've got my ticket.
And may I see it? Very well. You may pass.
A good-natured gentleman. And laundry detergent commercial white, too. The next exit is approaching. Hello over there.
Oh, a new neighbor.
Who are you?
I am Mr. Frog, of course.
Strange name, that.
It is meant for a human. But I am a...
A frock. I get it.
Oh, no, not at all, you flatterer. I am merely a coat.
Don't tell me you live here.
Why not? This lift offers a lot of convenience for a piece of apparel like me.
And what convenience exactly would that be?
Well, there's this rail where you can put coat hangers. And it's dry. We clothes are very absorbent, you know.
I see. Where's this lift going?
I can't answer that, I'm afraid. There are 3 exits in total. One of them is the laundry in the basement. You get a great view from there. Unfortunately, I forget where the other 2 exits lead.
Why? How long have you been hanging up here?
They used to call me Mr. Toga.
Wow, you are exceptionally white. What do you use?
Astonishing, isn't it? I'm very proud of my colorlessness. I used to be beige, but there's not a lot of light in here, so the pigment's left, out of boredom.
Are there any moths in here?
Don't frighten me. What makes you think that? Have you seen anything?
I had a feeling just now of something moving in the shadows.
Oh, that. Those are just wolf spiders. There are lots of them in here, but moths. Now, that would be a disaster. My fabric is so delicate.
Isn't the next exit due soon?
I have the same feeling that time has slowed down while we were talking. Oh, here it is.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless appearing on the crime scene with no pants on. In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting for house rules and justice. In this panel, we see how the energy company disconnects the basement cave from the power grid. Presumably, Handy Boy will have to advance the money for the electrical bill again. I wonder what this is for. Light! Light! The guys from the laundry have packed this pretty well. So soft. I wonder if they used Fuzzy Soft Ultra.
No, more like irradiated with 1,000 Tesla of gamma rays.
Oh yeah, radioactively fresh.
21,913 kilowatt hours. 21,914 kilowatt hours. 21,915 kilowatt hours.
21,855.
21,916 kilowatt hours.
12. 1,330,000. Umpteen.
21,900. Damn, messed up my count.
They're using too much energy. It's like someone's leaving the light on all the time. It's locked in this box. The guys from the laundry have packed this pretty well. So soft. I wonder if they used Fuzzy Soft Ultra.
No, more like irradiated.
Oh, wait a second. I'll just take down the meter reading.
What, really?
Oh, did I say I'd take down the meter reading? What I meant to say, of course, was, why don't you just do it yourself? His paleness seems to beg for it, but he's out of my reach, I'm afraid. Harvey doesn't use electricity. Still, nothing outlasts him.
I'm like that bunny from the battery commercial. Only I have a brain.
Look, Harvey, laundry.
Are those funny Halloween costumes?
No, it's those impersonal hospital gowns.
Then let's keep on looking.
What? I've seen my share of this sort. Look, Harvey, another door.
I hate every last one of them.
I am the captain now. What do you make of this, Harvey?
I think it is a horse.
You think? The command line reads chair.
Just count the legs. It must be a horse.
No time to rest. The models are from the last Miss Mentally Unbalanced pageant. It says here that Miss September stabbed her husband and ate the dog.
Meow!
You better behave, Harv. Look, Harvey, a calendar.
Whoa! Isn't that Miss Mentally Unbalanced for the month of September? Ooga, ooga!
You better behave, Harv.
Hello, baby.
You better behave, Harv. It's September. Today is World Kleptomania Day. Empty. Why, no. Harvey is still in good shape. I'm only carrying useful things. It would be a bit of a hindrance. Hello? Anybody in there?
No! Buzz off!
What do you think, Harvey? Shall I press it?
I'd like to see that.
I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead. Be my guest.
I'll do it. I'll really do it.
You don't have the guts.
I'm serious.
Chicken! Chicken! Edna!
Hello, princess. What's a girl like you doing in an asylum like this? Wait, don't tell me. You're Edna, right?
Hey, how do you know that?
There isn't much that Dr. Marcel can hide from me. That he's keeping you locked up in the tower, for example. So we seem to be fellow prisoners. By the way, people call me the Keymaster. Isn't that the cutest nickname?
What else do you know about me?
Just that a dark secret links you to the doctor. An unspeakable, dark secret. He spends much time and energy trying to erase your memory. One could even say it is a personal crusade. And the fact that you always find a way to remember drives him to great irritation.
Is there anything else you know about Dr. Marcel?
He is a sick man, guided by hate. Ever since the death of his son, he's been bitter and eccentric, locks himself up in his secret room, and performs these sadistic electric shock treatments on his patients. A dark secret links you to the doctor. He's obsessed with the idea of erasing your memory. Is that enough information?
Why are you in solitary?
They think I'm dangerous, and they're probably right. That's all you need to know.
Do you know how I can get out of here?
Yes.
What?
Yes. I know how you can get out of here. I've had plenty of time to figure out an escape plan. Only problem is, I can't do anything about it in here. You, on the other hand, can move relatively unrestricted out there. And you are clever. unlike most other inmates.
So, what's your plan?
First, you must find a way to the other side of the bars. Then, you'll have to make a copy of the master key. We'll be able to get out of the building with that. It opens my cell door, too. Finally, we need a vehicle to exit the compound.
Sounds fairly simple, but... how do I get to the other side of the grate?
You'll find a way. I'm sure. Maybe through the laundry lift system. There is a third exit in the basement. But please, don't take any unnecessary risks. If you drop down there without soft padding, you'll break every bone in your body. And that's it for my plan.
How very considerate. Thank you. How do I get a copy of the master key?
You'll have to find the original first. Then you'll need clay for the imprint, a furnace to bake the clay, and an easily melted metal to cast the copy. Gold would be perfect.
Where can I find the master key?
That's easy. The guard they call Bladder has it. Bladder is on monitor watch duty in the control room on the 3rd floor. He's far from being watchful, but when it comes to keys, he's a real bulldog. Maybe you can distract him with something.
Where do I get gold?
Tricky, that. Dr. Marcel keeps his polo trophies too securely to get at them. The only alternative I see is Adrian's medal from the jigsaw contest. However, Adrian is sitting in his cushion fort in the lounge, like Lord Muck, and he guards himself with this playboy. What's his name?
Druggle-jug.
Okay. It's all right. As stupid as Adrian might be, he has a pretty impressive mind-reading act. It might prove difficult to get the medal from him, even if you manage to get past Druggle-jug.
Where can I find clay?
Good question. The clay from occupational therapy has been completely pounded into ugly ashtrays. You can't use that anymore. But maybe it would help you to know that this asylum has been built on a pretty clay-packed layer of earth.
How do I get a vehicle?
Everything in its time. But we're not there by a long shot yet.
I think I know what I have to do now.
Good luck, Edna. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
What else do you know about me?
Just that a dark secret, he spends one good evens and the...
I can do without your help.
No, you can't.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless arriving a full calendar week late. In this panel, we see a clumsy Captain Useless lean on the panic button accidentally. Captain Useless has the incredible ability to sort his trash with only the power of his mind. No, I don't want Harvey to think I'm jealous. In this panel, we see Captain Useless struggling against the unkempt hair of his evil opposite. In this panel, we see Captain Useless buying snake oil for the boil on his behind. Would you like to read a comic book?
We'd rather not.
We always fight when it comes to turning the page.
Do you need a pen?
Not unless you have two.
We love to play Sudoku against each other.
Against each other?
Yeah, but Marty cheats.
I do not.
He invents some random numbers.
Those are Eskimo numbers.
Do you play polo?
Haven't in a long time.
It's not easy to find Siamese twin horses.
What do you think of these two, Harvey?
I can barely tell them apart.
They're like two peas in a pod. They're just quite unusual peas. Hiya, you two.
Hello.
Hello and hello.
Who are you?
I'm Marty, and this is my twin brother, Hardy.
We are Siamese twins, but I bet you already suspected as much.
Hardy and Marty? Those are highly unusual names.
Well,
That's because our dad is Japanese.
and our mom is of Hopi origin.
But you must have suspected as much. You can tell from Hottie's almond eyes.
Why are you just sitting around here?
We're making sure no one steals our bed.
But all the beds are the same.
Ha! That's what you think. If you know what to look for, there are huge differences.
It's like with Hottie and me, there are few people who can distinguish between us. But after a while, you start to recognize the differences.
That is our secret twin power, so to speak. We see the differences where others just shrug their shoulders helplessly.
Which brings us back to the subject of beds.
On first appearance, they all look the same.
But this one here
is the only one with a bed sheet.
Why are the both of you only wearing one sweater?
That's a silly question.
It's much too warm.
You're not Siamese twins at all.
Correct. We are actually Siamese triplets.
But Brody is away in Paris studying art history.
Yes, he's always been the strange one.
I'm taking off. Will you come along?
No.
We have the softest blanket in the whole world right here.
And where, pray tell, would we go anyway?
See you later.
Rock on.
And send my regards to Lady Liberty if you see her.
This is the police. Break up this assembly at once.
Nice try.
But we are irreversibly joined together.
There is nothing criminal about the lawful assembly of Siamese twins.
Would you like to see the cocktail menu?
No thanks.
The only thing on there is the stinky drink anyway.
And a hand-drawn map to the nearest toilet.
Stop fidgeting for a moment. I have an idea. You're free!
Wow!
What's going on? What have you done?
Are you a surgeon or something?
What's wrong? You're free! Each of you guys can do whatever you always wanted to do.
Oh, the wealth of possibilities.
And the accompanying pressure that comes with it.
Ooh, my.
This is by far the softest sheet I've ever seen. In this panel, we see Captain Useless sleeping, while the Commissioner gives the signal. Hottie? Maudie? They vanished into thin air. I mustn't succumb to my lower instincts. Though I can think of 1,000 ways to use it, I still think it's too bulky to lug around. You're not supposed to eat chips in bed. This is by far the softest sheet I've ever seen. Are you thirsty?
No, thanks. The lift offers plenty of resources to the absorbent piece of clothing.
What resources might those be?
Microbe milk.
You can't milk microbes.
Can do. You just have to be careful when extracting it.
The next exit is approaching. Good thing this was down here. I would have broken all my bones otherwise.
Hello, Edna. Won't you launder your pen?
I don't know. Why would I want to do that?
It's a hack. A dirty little hack.
I don't like that tone of yours, washing machine.
Captain Useless's cape is red. His suit is white. Watch out, honey boy. Don't mix them in the washing machine.
Yo, Edna, your little friend is mighty dirty, ain't he?
You think?
Give him to me so that I can clean him up. I'll make him whiter than snow.
Don't, Edna! It's a trap!
Just your usual bring your spoons back to the cafeteria announcement. Look, Harvey, a bulletin board.
Yippee! This is my third favorite kind of board. Right after the entertainment software rating board and the Ouija board.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless pinning a picture of the honkmobile to the bulletin board at the supermarket. In this panel, we see Captain Useless painting flames on the hood of the honkmobile. Very nicely done. Hello? Dr. Marcel? Is that you? It is so true to life. Almost real. I can take a page or two from this guy's book.
Edna, quick, hide! It's Dr. Marcel!
Relax, Harv. It's just a picture. There's a lot of pressure in the boiler. Look, Harvey, you measure the pressure in the tank with this.
I personally don't need such a thing. I know I'm always under pressure.
Fire up the boiler.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
There's a lot of pressure in the boiler. Too bad. I can't break that off. I really would have loved one of those. What do you make of it, Harvey?
We don't need all that. I've got everything under control.
You think?
Sure. Trust me.
Only trained heating engineers can handle these. You like to control others, don't you? I despise you maintenance controls. A true inferno. Never. Harvey is my best friend. Satan? Beelzebub? Mephistopheles? Isn't anybody home? They call her Flaming Pen. She could reduce whole libraries to rubble with a single stroke of an apostrophe. Still overpressurized.
Quickly, let's scribble on something!
This looks like Uri Geller's cutlery draw.
Captain Useless can twist reality by the sheer power of his will.
What do you make of these spoons, Harvey?
Nothing much. I don't like this handcrafted jewelry from tacky arts and crafts shows.
These spoons are going nowhere. They've gone to meet their maker. These are X spoons. It's dark down there. Did I see something moving just now? Does this hole remind you of anything, Harvey?
Yes, it has roughly the same shape as your memory. Well, it's hole-shaped anyway.
Hello? Anybody home? Oops.
Sí? ¿Qué tal?
And who might you be?
My name is Almilio Sanchez de Mubelfrup, but most people call me Almighty Ruler.
Can I call you Almo for short?
If that's what you like. And you are?
Call me Edna.
Is that a nickname too?
It stands for Especially Dumb Nut Almilio.
I don't get it.
What's your business down there?
What does it look like? I'm digging a tunnel to freedom! Unfortunately, I've struck a layer of hard clay. I won't be able to go on without the proper tool, and I ran out of spoons. You don't happen to have a spoon, do you?
So, how's your project going?
To be honest, miserably. I've struck a layer of hard clay. I won't be able, and I ran. You don't happen to have a spoon, do you?
Don't you think there's a more convenient way out of here?
Forget it! The front door is always guarded and the back door is permanently locked. The only key to that is carried by a guard named Blather, and he's more stubborn than a mule. But even if you could wrangle the key out of him, which is a big if, you'd still have to get over the wall or the main gate. Believe me, a tunnel is the fastest way.
Good luck. I'll look for another way.
You won't find one.
Hello? Are you still down there?
What is it this time?
I've got something maybe you could use.
I hope it's a spoon. That's supposed to be a spoon?
Not really.
I can't use that. I need a spoon for tunneling out of here. And for my taco flakes too. This constant digging makes me pretty hungry.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless challenging a black hole. Be careful with the needle and thread, handy boy.
Whoa, pretty dark. Good idea. This says the moon falls down to Earth. That's a bit worrying.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless pinning a post-it note to his fridge. We're out of milk. Buy 2 gallons. This sounds like a new exciting task for Handy Boy.
There are too many of them. I wouldn't even know where to start my rampage. Are all these patient histories? The whole world must have gone crazy. Hey, party people! What's up in administration land? These folders aren't very entertaining. I'd need to know what I'm looking for. This says, that's a... What does this mean? The moon falls down to Earth. Who would write such a thing? Isn't there a handbook for that? Or secondary literature?